This is Cybert signing into Kane's Wrath on the map, Tiberian Dunes. I believe these are the dunes themselves. We have got ourselves a 4v4. The last time we saw this map, saw 4v4 on it, it was absolutely insane. So, I think we've got a lot of action to look forward to. In the left side as the green GDI, this is Bigballsplayme. The red Traveler 59 is Bartjones. Beneath him as the cyan Traveler 59, this is Charles-Warmonk. And rounding out our team on the left side, our yellow GDI, double Trav, double GDI, it's DemonicAries. Meanwhile, on the right side of the map, making up our other 4 players, starting as the blue nod, this is Friomanos. Playing as the purple Scrin, this is Outlaw R1, perhaps? And just to the south as the pink Zocom, this is Karthaxus. There's not an extra R in there. And as the orange Traveler 59, because we've got to have at least one on each team, this is DuneTiger. All right, Trav GDI versus Nodscrin Zocom Trav. So definitely a bit of a mix from our team on the right side. Our team on the left side, a little more uniform. APC heading out through the middle of the map, and this guy has no engineer inside of it, but when you see an engineer, oh, hey, look at that. Double engineer snipe by Playme on the left side of the map, managing to get 2 engineers. Misses the third, that's a little bit unfortunate for him, but great catch. DuneTiger getting all 4 Tib spikes and the defensive tower. And it looks like Charles-Warmonk grabbing the EMP control center and 2 of the spikes, while Bartjones gets the other one. Anyways, I do want to say thank you to the patrons over on Patreon. Oz Media, Defibrillator and the Bayou Boys, TheArbiter, Dmitry K, Isaac H, Hendrik B, Pierce D, Ceridor, and Jason B. Big thanks to all of those folks and everyone who throws me a tip over on Patreon. I very much appreciate it. We've got ourselves DuneTiger heading to the big green field. We saw this, of course, happen in the last game that I cast on Tiberian Dunes as well. Whoever is close to the big field moves their MCV, and then that way everyone can utilize that build radius to expand to the shared natural expansion, I guess you could call it. Radar jamming missile firing off there, courtesy of our Nod player, our one and only Nod player. So, meanwhile, in a different game, we would probably see a lot of one-clicks. And I mean, we'll probably still see a bunch of one-clicks, but they won't all be the Tib Catalyst missile type. We only have one guy who's going to be able to Tib Catalyst missile a bunch of refineries. And actually, something like this could definitely be susceptible to a very juicy Tib Catalyst missile if our Nod player is indeed fast-teching, and he's not too far away from having a Catalyst missile. He's not quite there yet, it seems like. Couple of bikes swinging in here. Slow response from Playme. He himself is perhaps getting played in this moment. Going to be a little bit slow pulling his harvesters. Will lose 2 of them and should be able to clean this up with his 2 Predator tanks and perhaps some juking around the building. But a little bit unfortunate that he lost those 2 harvesters there. Oh my gosh, he loses a third! Are you kidding me? 2 Pred tanks could not clean up those bikes. Which actually leads me to something I forgot to mention. This is 1.03. So as I think there may have been an update. I think this might be an old version of 1.03 at this point. But 1.03, you know, it's undergone development. It had a bit of a heyday in the middle of last year, 2020. Lots of people were taking a look at 1.03, checking it out. It's definitely died down a little bit in popularity, but it's still being developed. And just like last time, nice snipe on the engineer, Charles-Warmonk, trying to sneak an engineer along the south side of the map, but it gets owned by the Zorkas. And that's one of the changes in 1.03 is Zocom units get both ceramic armor and hard points. So more health, more ammo. At the current moment, in this version, Scrin can phase infantry, which is interesting. I guess you could phase engineers and then walk them up to your opponent's buildings and do something that way. By CGF's own admittance, it's maybe a little bit OP. And actually, we do have a bit of a Prodigy mastermind play. There's going to be the Prodigy jumping to the other side of the map. There he grabs the MCV, and Charles-Warmonk is going to be sending the buzzers to the other side of the map, reversing through the wormhole. But there, DuneTiger's Prodigy does survive. So we do have some changes. Less focus on epic units in 1.03 generally. And that's very unfortunate for Bigballsplayme, who lost his MCV, which of course does deny some of the build radius here in this section of the map. And both of those refineries at half health, taking damage from something possibly a catalyst missile, if that catalyst missile has been even more downgraded. Maybe it just does half damage at this point. But this is 1.03, so things might look a little bit different. To be honest, I don't remember if Black Hand still has aircraft in 1.03. They might. We have no Black Hand representatives in this match, so can't say for sure. Haven't really been following the development of 1.03 since, I don't know, the cursory glance that I gave it last year. And there is a teleport away. Nice grab by that Prodigy, Charles-Warmonk, with the nab, the teleport away of those Predators to save them from the Overlord's Wrath coming down. A great little clutch move to save his allies. Predator tanks, they just get wasted by those Zorkas. What was that? 5 or 6 Predator tanks all going down almost in an instant as DuneTiger rushes forward with his Prodigy. It eventually gets overwhelmed after he does a couple of mind control tricks with it. There's going to be a temporal wormhole on both sides. The slow fields slowing everything down as a storm column gets established. And it looks like this attack may be firing off. No, the EMP locking down 2 of those Eradicator, or not Eradicator hexapods, but rather... Oh, actually, the air units are also slowed down. I didn't quite realize that as they drop their bombs and then get on out of there. What is... going back there, it's an Orca. Charles-Warmonk has mind-controlled an Orca as Firehawks swing around the south side of the map. Karthaxus, our Zocom representative, going to be bombing the heck out of something, going for the Tier 3, and it will get laser fenced, but it's not enough. Denies the Tier 3 moments after a Mammoth tank emerges for DemonicAries, so he at least got the finish on that unit, although he won't necessarily be able to build very many for very long. Charles-Warmonk going to be coming forward. Nice grab of that tripod by... Another EMP fires off! DuneTiger showing up with his Prodigy to go for a little bit of mind control, but the planetary assault carriers getting absolutely destroyed by a swing through of the Zocom Firehawks, and actually the plasma missile battery also doing a good bit of damage. There's the area mind control by Charles-Warmonk. Once again, he and DuneTiger having a duel for who can have the most irritating Prodigy use. And wormhole from somewhere to somewhere. I'm not sure what happened there. But Charles-Warmonk and DuneTiger, both with their Traveler 59 prodigal mind control shenanigans, are trying to see exactly what they can do. Shockwave artillery firing off, Firehawks cleaning up some of the drones from the planetary assault carriers as another pack goes down. Charles-Warmonk spending so much cash on that Scrin Air, and it's being shot down by Firehawks. It's being EMP'd. It is just not having a good time. And Karthaxus building a ton of Mammoth tanks. Of course, he's Zocom, so no railguns for him. And then they're just sitting around there. But Playme dropping the Zone Raiders. He's going for a bit of harassment, a bit of revenge, considering he got his own Harvesters eaten up earlier in this game. He's going to be able to grab 2 Harvesters, not quite a third one, as the Buzzer Hive does deal with those Zone Troopers before the 3rd Harvester goes down. And this is an incredible Scrin Air Armada, but it's already being picked apart. The teleport forward to the front line by that drone chip. It narrowly avoids getting taken down, and those Firehawks being mind-controlled must be absolutely frustrating. Mind control is kind of a terrible mechanic in a lot of ways in a competitive game, and mind control of aircraft units is also very difficult. There's another teleport forward of the drone ship, possibly just for build radius. We'll have to see exactly what happens of it, but this Eradicator hexapod getting EMP'd, getting shut down, and now there is so much firepower on the front line. Who even knows what's going to happen as another EMP fires off? Even more planetary assault carriers break apart and crash to the ground as the Eradicator hexapod goes down in an absolute mess. The defense is looking thin. Our team on the left side may have found a weakness that they they can exploit, but it looks like Charles-Warmonk is getting perhaps a little bit distracted here in the middle of the map, attacking both north and south. His planetary assault carrier falling down there. A huge amount of juggernauts from Playsme is going to be able to just annihilate building after building. I think a vertigo bombing run coming off and not trying to, oh no, it's actually Spectres firing off to try and clean up those tripods as a stasis chamber locks down every single juggernaut, taking them out of the equation for the current moment. The drone ship from Outlaw gets cleaned up, and the EMP fires off, trying to hit, I'm not exactly sure what, but it does miss the placement of that SAM turret. Another EMP! Charles-Warmonk losing so many of his Skrin aircraft as they're just succumbing to that EMP. Playsme comes in with a couple of Firehawks, but they get annihilated, they get eliminated. And it looks like DuneTiger finally showing up with his own Skrin aircraft, with his own tripod army, potentially going to be turning north to deal with those juggernauts, which right now are the artillery on the ground, a little bit unmatched. They're going to be able to get some nice shots off on DuneTiger's tripods, able to clean some of them up as the Gunwalkers step forward to try and deal with all of those planetary assault carrier drones. But another swing through of the Firehawks by Karthaxus, and he cleans up 2 more planetary assault carriers. How much cash has Charles-Warmonk spent on his air armada, and how much has been destroyed by Zocom Firehawks perhaps alone? Giant phase on all of those tripods as DemonicAries showing up with reinforcements as we cross almost the 1-minute mark on Playsme ion cannon. The mammoth tanks are finally on the front line, but perhaps they won't actually do very much. Orbital bombardment coming in, shockwave artillery at the same time. DuneTiger can't engage with his tripods. He just has to watch as they potentially get targeted down by mammoth tanks and juggernauts, but the slow field is going to be reducing the rate of fire of those juggernauts by quite a bit. DuneTiger going to be potentially losing another planetary assault carrier as there's the teleport forward of 3 juggernauts. Absolute mayhem, absolute chaos on the front lines here as our team on the right side has formed a defense. Though the team on the left side may be a little bit crisscrossed in their attack, attacking first in the north and then turning to the south, getting perhaps pulled apart instead of focusing with laser attention on one area of their opponent. Once again, Karthaxus showing up now with 8 Firehawks just clearing the skies, and that ceramic armor doing such a good job against the tungsten shells of Playsme, who's utilizing the build radius of Bartjones. Truly a force combination attack and a force combination defense. Both teams working in concert with their teammates to pull off an assault and a defense. It looks like our team on the right side has maybe held off the attack, but the ion cannon firing off cleans up a chunk of DuneTiger's forces. And it looks like some of the aircraft were able to escape. Some of the tripods were able to escape as another radar jamming missile fires off. Orca Strike coming in, doing a bit of damage to the refinery, but our team on the left side, they're almost out of gas. They're slowly parade pushing across the map, just streaming reinforcements sort of one at a time. Karthaxus, on the other hand, clearing the skies once again. Prodigy jumps forward. Bartjones takes control of a tripod, but he's got another tripod next to it as well. Can he go for the EMP? He doesn't need to, as the Redeemer gets eliminated, and Bartjones secures a kill against the Redeemer. Mass tripods, and now a rift generator on the map for DuneTiger. He wants his own super weapon ready in just about 6 minutes. The Juggernauts have not totally fallen. A couple of them do still exist. The reinforcements slowly stomping their way to the front lines as once again on the back end. Oh, a Prodigy jumping forward, and it's now going to grab a mind control on one of the Firehawks. Going to be perhaps causing some problems for our team on the right side as Charles-Warmonk maybe grabbing some buildings or something. Beacons firing off all over in the middle of the map and it looks like just a rifleman inside of that garrisonable structure. Area mind control on 3 slingshots by DuneTiger to immediately target down and destroy a planetary assault carrier in just a mere moment. That slingshot with its last bit of health got the final blows on that planetary assault carrier. Venom's going to be showing up, and it was had to teleport forward by these tripods as they're closing the distance with the Juggernauts, and the Descent's not quite in good enough numbers to be able to claim more than 1 Juggernaut life. The War Factory is going to be getting targeted down. Once again, the Firehawks show up. Another one of them gets mind-controlled, this time by Bartjones as he takes control of that Firehawk, and I assume is just going to send it forward. DuneTiger losing control of the planetary assault carrier as the Prodigy, I guess, goes down. Harvester's still taking a little bit of damage. So many husks on the ground as the EMP fires off, seals the deal, and kills off that pack. There's a teleport forward of an engineer to grab another tripod for Bartjones, and he sacrifices that Firehawk that he mind-controlled. Obelisk in the south, Storm Column in the north. It seems like there's a lot of firepower from our team on the left side, but they're just not quite ready to move in. They've got a lot of Juggernauts, they've got a lot of artillery. Bartjones and Charles-Warmonk both utilizing engineers to reclaim some of those husks, turn them onto their side as another Overlord's Wrath crashes down. Oh, this one was just for Tiberium, right in the field there to get that Tiberium regrowth going. I believe it spawns 9 patches of Tiberium. A couple of tripods going to be coming in. Charles-Warmonk dealing with the area mind control of a couple of Juggernauts. His tripod turning around to fire on those Juggernauts as someone, DuneTiger, mind controlled them. And Warp's wormhole showing up. Actually, it's from back somewhere else, but Charles-Warmonk sending just an engineer through to teleport it to the front line. EMP crashes down as the sonic wave tries to destroy those planetary assault carriers. DuneTiger with a huge armada showing up both on the ground and in the sky. Even a couple of Venoms getting in on the action as shockwave artillery shells the ground. DemonicAries perhaps too little too late with this couple of mammoth tanks. Although at the same time, there isn't much of an air armada left if it keeps going down. Couple of packs getting destroyed as they just cross away from the front line. A lot of the stuff on the ground has been cleared away, but this is so much anti-air that the packs are having a difficulty actually doing too much in terms of making headway. Even a Hammerhead showing up and immediately just getting destroyed. This is so many Zone Raiders now on the front line, comboing their rockets to try and clean up those pack drones. And it looks like Charles-Warmonk sending another pack to the front line and losing another pack as a Rage Gen fires off. Can Frio finally make something happen for our team on the right side? The Rage Gen distracting the forces, allowing the Zone Raiders to get some good DPS out, but they're so clumped up, they're susceptible to the area mind control as Bartjones takes control of them and turns their guns upon their former allies. But no, it's a Catalyst firing off, and that is so much damage. Oh my gosh, they get everything. There at the expansion, buzzers getting called in by Charles-Warmonk. What a great play by that mothership. That Catalyst just catching, or that chain reaction just blasting away. And maybe finally, our team on the right side has been broken. An extended siege. Not quite a clean victory, but a victory nonetheless. Another Rage Gen fires off. There's a mind control on a Mammoth tank. The rail guns being utilized to try and end as many high-tech lives as possible. The sonic emitter affected by the Rage Gen blasting away at that Juggernaut. Overlord's Wrath being called in. And our team on the right side has been defeated. Absolute chaos, a crush of units, and just a mayhem of a battle. So much going on in 19 minutes. Double super weapons being utilized. Overlord's Wrath just Again, absolute chaos. A fun game, but a game with just so much going on. That'll do it for that match, for this 4v4 on Tiberian Dunes. Thank you all very much for watching, and this is Cybert, signing out.